Hello, I'm Telkiney, and you're watching the Nerd Navigator. Come join me as I explore video games, movies, comic books, and anything else I can find. My first story today is for a new movie trailer that just recently dropped for a movie project I was not really aware of. The movie is going to be directed by Luc Besson, best known for sci-fi masterpiece The Fifth Element, and also the recent movie Lucy. Along with sci-fi, Besson is also known for producing and writing action movies such as The Transporter, Taken, Unleashed with Jet Li, and I'm really excited for this new movie. This new film project is titled Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Now, it seems like a long title, but it's based on a French sci-fi comic book series titled Valerian and Laureline. Besides the trailer showing just how absolutely gorgeous this movie is going to be, I'd like to point out a few tidbits that I find interesting that make this movie jump up to my #1 spot, really, for most anticipated movie of 2017. And yes, that even beats out Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Please forgive me, but this movie is going to be amazing. First, just watch the trailer that I'm going to put up right after this editorial, because my goodness is it beautiful. This movie seems to be a spiritual successor to The Fifth Element, which is easily within my top 10 most sci-fi ever watched movies of all time. I'm really good at making list names. By spiritual successor, I don't mean that the movie's going to be a sequel, but in that it looks like a movie that's going to invoke the feelings and nostalgia that I felt for The Fifth Element when I watched it for the first time. I'll show you, you really need to watch the trailer. And also, just to warn you, there's going to be a lot of Fifth Element comparisons in this video. So, the comic book series, Valerian and Laureline, again, this is the comic that the movie is going to be based on, is a comic from 1967, which has sold over 10 million copies, being translated in 21 different languages. I mean, my goodness, was it popular. Elements of this comic have found their way into some of the biggest sci-fi franchises. Like, Star Wars? Yeah, that's Star Wars. Like, you can literally take frames out of the comic, and they're some of the most memorable Star Wars franchise scenes, such as this guy right here. Yeah, look familiar? Like, I don't know. The Empire? I know. Other sci-fi films, such as, yes, The Fifth Element, not only draw inspiration from this comic series, but the actual co-creator of the comic itself worked as a conceptual designer for The Fifth Element. I mean, come on, you can't get much more inspirational than that. That cast is going to include the likes of such as John Goodman, Clive Owen, Ethan Hawke, Claire Delevingne, Dane DeHaan, which I probably mispronounced, and he was Harry Osborn in the last Spider-Man reboot. And Rihanna. Rihanna was in the trailer. But enough of me ranting about how good I expect this movie to look and be. Why don't you just watch the trailer? Right now. I'll wait.
Home sweet home.
Because the sky is blue, it makes me cry. Because the sky is blue. Because the wind is high, it blows my
We got on just great. You flirted. I smile.
Yeah, we're a team.
right? Please let me know what you think about the movie trailer in the comments below. I'd like to get your opinion. Are you excited as I am, or is this a pass for you? Please tell me why. My next story is that Grand Theft Auto V seems to be getting another update, or it already has actually as of filming this. And this seems to be the update of all updates, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I'm sure there's been better ones. I mean, heists were awesome and stuff, right? But this update it hits me right here. And this update seems to be the update that people have been dreaming about for a game mode in any game since like 1982 when this little movie called Tron came out. That's right, I'm talking about light bikes. Tron light bikes. Now, obviously, Rockstar didn't put the word Tron in the game, but you will see the obvious inspiration in the trailer. So, why don't we just watch that right now? So this mode is going to be called Deadline, and it's in the adversary mode. If you're in Grand Theft Auto right now, you probably already know what I'm talking about. If you're not, why don't you go back and install that or buy the game? Because honestly, it was like the best game of that year, which I don't know what year it was. But why don't you go install it? Because it is gorgeous today. I played on the PC, but you know it's still there on the consoles. A little quick note: that Deadline is only released for Xbox One, PS4, and PCs, not the older generation consoles. Eek. But what can you do? It's light bikes, guys. It's light bikes. So you can obtain the light bike in the open world after you complete the mission, and it's going to cost roughly $2,250,000 cash dollar monies in the game. You can also pick up the matching outfit for your character for another $200,000. Unfortunately, in the open world, the bikes don't have light trails, and even in the adversary mode, they don't make 90-degree instant turns, unfortunately. But what can you do? It's still amazing. I mean, I cannot wait. And lastly, Dishonored 2 was released today. I'm installing it as soon as I'm done with this video. I cannot wait. Now, the original game, as much, I like to call it BioShock meets Assassin's Creed. And that is essentially what it is. It's a stealthy BioShock, Victorian steampunk game where you get magical powers and stealthy elements, which you can choose to be stealthy or just tear your way through the game. It's such a fun game. Great story, by the way. One of my favorites. So if you haven't played the first Dishonored, I would really instruct you to pick that up, because it ages quite well due to the art direction of the game. So even in today's standards, it's quite beautiful with the art direction that they took. So pick it up, and then pick up Dishonored 2 and start playing it with me. Although it's, you know, when I say play it with me, I mean it's not multiplayer, but you know, I can be playing it and you can be playing it, and so essentially we're playing it at the same time, not totally like together. That's all I have for this weekend. I'm gonna be trying to get part 2 of my Rating with Friends video series up. Hopefully this one's a little more entertaining because it actually, you know, has, you know, rating in it. But I really wanted to give you guys perspective of how we set up our group, how super unprofessional we are, but how much fun we have. You know, I've been in guilds where, you know, it's all radio silence and super serious, but I find that that's a lot of work, and I just like raiding with people and having fun. We may wipe, you know, on content that people don't wipe on anymore, but you know what? We have fun doing it, and that's what matters. So please like and subscribe if you like this video content, and I'll see you next time.